young boys get deputized, and on like their first mission, their first going out, Emilio Estevez is just like, fuck it, let's start murdering. Hello and welcome to Blockbuster Review. If you don't know what that is, it is where I play a single game of Tetris Marathon and try to review a film before the blocks reach the top or to 150 lines. Spoilers are at line 50. That shouldn't matter much here, and here we go. So I watched the film Young Guns, and I need to preface that by saying I could have swore someone a while ago told me Kirk, Young Guns is a good movie. Maybe they didn't say it directly, but I had heard that Young Guns was a good movie, and I think you might be able to pick up where I'm going with a review if that's how it starts. It's about Emilio Estevez, who is a gentleman named William something, and it turns out, spoilers, I mean, I'll spoil it right now, I think it's probably in the trailer, it's the iconic Billy the Kid. And Billy the Kid is, you know, just being a rascal. He gets taken in by this British gentleman who wants to run a cow farm slash a camp for wayward young men. It's very weird, where he takes in men who may or may not have committed heinous crimes and trains them to be gentlemen. Now, this band of men includes people like Kiefer Sutherland, Charlie Sheen, what was his name? Dermot Mulroney, and another guy whose name I forgot, and Lou Diamond Phillips. And these dudes are basically, you know, his boys, his homies, his ride or dies. And they watch over his ranch, and he teaches them how to read and good manners. And then, of course, Jack Palance's Murphy is like, hey, bro, corruption all up and down this town of Lincoln. I'm going to get those steer contracts, and there ain't nothing you're going to do about it, you British fuck. By the way, I own this Chinese woman. Super weird. Also, I believe it's Terry O'Quinn. Oh, God, I hope I got his name right. The guy who played John Locke on Lost. He's like this lawyer who is like the one cool lawyer in this town who's trying to help them with the corruption, but the corruption's just too thick. It's too thick, brother. And one day they murder that kindly British man, and these young boys get deputized. And on like their first mission, their first going out, Emilio Estevez is just like, fuck it, let's start murdering. So Charlie Sheen is like pretending to be the leader, even though every time they come up to a new situation, Emilio's Billy the Kid just starts murdering people, and they don't do anything about it, and he makes it worse until eventually, and we're at spoiler alert territory, Charlie Sheen character dies. So then we just have Billy the Kid running around being a nuisance with these homies. And his whole plan, if you could call it that, is we're going to cause enough of a stink that the president of the country at the time is going to notice our plight and is going to do something because I have murdered with reckless abandon for weeks. And of course, the papers at the time, because there's not really good fact checkers, they're making up all these lies about Billy the Kid. He's becoming this legend, and Billy is just like, no, just a sociopathic murderer. Like that's really what it is. The movie ends in this like really big shootout where some of them get away, some of them do not, and Billy the Kid shoots his way through impossible circumstances, and then comes back just for enough time to kill Murphy with a single shot. All that to say this, the movie sucks. I didn't like it. It made me angry. Mostly because, like, the tone was kind of all over the joint. Like, there were moments where I seriously felt like, is this supposed to be a comedy? Because right now I just see a bunch of grown men acting like insane people pretending to be high on drugs. And then it cuts to like really, really serious scenes of gore and bloodshed, where like almost like you need to question like, are these men monsters? And it's like, no, they're bad actors, and this is a badly written movie. And I'm not 100% sure why I should be rooting for them. Like, yeah, they had a kindly old dude that was like their adopted father kind of situation, but they're kind of pissing on his legacy by just going around murdering tons of people besides the ones they had warrants for. Like, it doesn't really make sense or add up. Also, Kiefer Sutherland has this arc where he just like wants this young Chinese woman who, for my money, is probably underage based on the cast. And he just is like, no, I don't want the bad guy to own her, which he apparently got ownership of a human being because of a bad shirt from a dry cleaner's. I didn't write it. And, like, his whole thing is like, no, let me own you. I know he's doing it like, he's pretending it's like out of some romance, but really it doesn't seem like it because you don't know anything about her. You just notice this woman from across the hootenanny, and now you're all about her all of a sudden. It's really weird and really gross and really strange, and I don't like it. Also, there's one guy who like marries a young Mexican gal when they're on the run in Mexico, and then the second his boys are like, well, we gotta go riding, is like, okay, well, let me go kill myself for this cause, even though I literally married this woman 15 minutes ago. Like, the pacing is all over the joint. The writing to me seems like absolute trash, and I guess I'm upset because I thought someone told me this movie was good, and it's not. It's not good. I disliked it. My hatred is making me pretty good at Tetris, I guess, because I'm almost already at the end. I guess my final words are, it's on HBO Max. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to. I'm probably going to watch the sequel because that's how my brain works. Young Guns. Not good. That's it.